Hey there guys, it's Draginitdown here, and we're going to be streaming some Amnesia, The Dark Descent. So we're going to get right into that in just a couple of seconds, just to put it out there that I am streaming, so people can join if they'd like to, and, you know, it's a lot better when your first reaction, because I legitimately just downloaded this, and this thing just got done downloading at 250. So, yeah. Collection, The Dark Descent, then Justine, and then Machine for Pigs. I will not be playing none of these in my off time because, you know, I don't usually play games like this in my off time, so it's kind of weird for me to do that. But, hey, I'm going to play this. I honestly, even though I have watched PewDiePie and Markiplier, sorry, I said that wrong. I don't know if Jack's something I did, but I've never actually watched their videos of this. I've only seen like funny montages of PewDiePie, because I'm not much for one that like looks at horror games like this. I'm not like one of the people who like to watch other people play horror games. I like to get scared in the moment, so yeah. And I usually think of horror games as horror games like Japanese horror games, like the ones like PewDiePie has played that I actually watched. Those are pretty dang scary, so yeah, I usually get scared when I watch them. So I wonder if I get scared when I watch this, since I don't watch this. If I watch something, it's usually super scary. Okay, let's just get into it now. It's been 2 minutes. Let's go. I'm almost 100% sure that my mic is working. Let me just quickly... Okay, so I see a rose. It's saving. I'll quickly go over to YouTube and see if it's actually making any noise. I don't want to repeat the arc. The only time I've ever never checked my feeds. Stream's on. Let me see if it sounds good. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Okay, now let's see here. Welcome to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. What follows is a couple of quick messages on how to get the best possible experience. Amnesia should not be played to win. Instead, focus on immersing yourself in the game's world and story. Do not worry about when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. When you want to leave the game, just choose save and exit. You can then use continue to return to where you left off next time you start up the game. The world of Amnesia is a dangerous place and you are extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, or even run if necessary. I am going to square up with this guy. I'm gonna knock his block off. Anyone who personally knows me would obviously say, yeah, Desmond's not one that's just gonna go hide. Nah. Probably gonna try and fight him even though he knows he's gonna lose. Let's go game up 1.5. There we go. I don't like it too dark to where I can't see, and you guys should need to be able to see as well. But we'll keep it kind of dark, okay? It is pretty bright out where I am, since I said I just downloaded it at 2, so it's like a little bit in the afternoon. Yeah, sorry I'm not playing at night. I might do a stream maybe tomorrow or today, another one, if I feel like it, of this again. What was that? Oh, fuck. I didn't read that one. Oh yeah, I might be swearing and might be being scared quite a bit. Actually, oh no, I'm gonna switch positions from where I'm sitting to a chair closer to the screen so I can get more of a fright when I'm scared. Sorry if you can hear a bunch of stuff moving around, like a bunch of water bottles being crushed. That's because I drink a lot of water and there's a bunch of water bottles on my floor. So I'm pretty close to, so now I can read everything pretty great. I got like my headset, as you guys can hear me talking through. Okay, so now let's read. That is all. Hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of Amnesia. Friction Games. or frictional. I don't know. Let's get into this. Okay. Commentary. What's comment? Let's put that on. I don't know what that is. Sure. We'll show all the titles of the FX. Okay, that's good. Okay. Run, throw, interact, lean, journal, crouch, jump, lantern, look, movement, rotate. Okay. Inventory and menu. That's stuff I need to know. Okay, let's start the game. Yes. But you know, you guys might be hearing this, and I really don't want you guys to be hearing it and ruining the entire gameplay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm turning it down quite a bit.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
I'm afraid I talked to the subtitles, but if I do, I'm very sorry. That is why there are subtitles up. But you should be able to see what they say. I legit don't know what's going on. I hope I'm playing these in order. Yeah. Oh, I saw. Easy plus play the Dark Sim. Okay, am I playing now? And let me go ahead and add to your journal. Walk, triangle. Try to make sure to check these when I get stuck. Okay, so I'm not going to check if I'm not stuck just yet.
Hi, my name is Tumas Grip, and I'm one of the co-founders of Frictional Games. I worked with engine code, gameplay code, design, and many other things for Amnesia. In my commentaries, I will mainly focus on the design behind the different parts of the game. I hope you'll enjoy them.
Let's just continue to listen to these.
The name of this level is Rainy Hall, and it's supposed to be a combination of atmosphere setter and tutorial for the player. We wanted the player to start the game in a slow way so they could settle in and get used to how the game works. Amnesia is not a game with constant action happening all the time, and we wanted to have a constrained map where the player gets used to this. The only thing you need to do is to follow the track and get to the end of the level. Also, following tracks is something that becomes very useful in later levels, so we try to teach players this from the start.
Coming with me, Mr. I have seen like one episode of Cooking by Size, but say, come with me, Mr. Chair. I remember that stuff. So if I can throw it. Whoa! 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 I'm just trying to see how to throw it. Okay, that's how I throw. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, so shoot. Can I take his arms off? I'm only able to take their heads off. Okay. Put your head on this guy's head. I did it! Wait. I can't see it. Let's try to do it with this one. I know I'm wasting time here, but go. I wish I could really see better. Okay, yeah, but I'm not being able to get that now. That's funny. Okay. What is this? switch or something? This is a tinderbox, right? Yeah. So I can go like this and look at my tinderboxes. I think I use these to light candles. Yeah, in the environment. Usually light those. So I'm still a bit sick. Look at this first. Hello? Stay open. Tinderbox. Oh, come on. I keep thinking that X is pick it up. Oh yeah, also I am playing on the PS4. I'm gonna get a lantern or a lamp or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's just break. I don't want you here. Anything on fire? No? Very blurry. I can't pick up the table. What's this? Oh, that's a chair. Okay. So is that all that was in here? Is a tinderbox? It was useless. I'm guessing I'm supposed to follow this. Okay. These opening doors are pretty confusing to me for some reason. I thought this was run. Okay, yeah, I am. What the hell was that? Started running, then I heard something like run behind me. I don't know what that is. There's something here now. Hard to see. Like very, very hard. Am I moving on the ground? Okay, I'm going. I'm moving. I'm confused. I want that guy. I want the creator of this game to tell me more. I don't want to be here alone. I want someone type something in the chat. Shirt. Door. Paintings. What? Where are you standing? Darkness is standing, solar going to light. Can I like tell my sanity from there? But I don't know how I tell when it's degraded. Slight headache. Okay. Health. All good. Got a slight headache. I kind of got one right now too. So I hope things are connected because I do not want to die. So I'm losing sanity right now. And if you hear soda opening, that's probably one of my Dr. Peppers. I like to drink those. I'm just saying that, or it could be my Snapple. Oh no, far away. Yay! This guy's voice is slightly soothing.
This is one of the first level that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the archives level, which we will reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on. In the first story draft, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliché, much more fitting.
Yeah, I can see how it's slightly more cliche. Fuck you. Witnessing unsettling events will create sanity and increase their completing puzzles. It would say that my insanity would... Oh, what? Am I supposed to be down here? So good. Finger. There's candles in here. I want to light something. Not a doobie. This one's going to create light. Is it just that if I'm in the same room as the unsettling events? Ooh, information bank. What? Go away.
Hi there, my name is Luis Rodeo. I'm mostly the tool programmer, level scripter at times, and perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fictional Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internal meeting, as I am the only non-Swede here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I will be talking mostly about tools and scripting. Hope you like it.
That's cool.
The editors themselves went
So the
through
guy
a
who
lot
made
of
this game
design
is,
changes
who,
during
like,
the
made
development.
the foundation for it, I think, is
Not that many
Spanish,
in
like,
visual appeal as in internal
Spaniard?
stuff, like
I think
data
that's what they're
structures and handling. This happened mostly because at the beginning we only knew
and everyone else
the basic
making it
stuff
as
that needed to be in them,
Swedish.
and as they grew in features and functionality, they started to
Swedish,
kind of fall apart,
schwash.
mostly due to my big
Don't
lack
matter.
of previous experience in projects like this. Right now, aloud, what the hell
What?
still sounds in my head when I look at some parts of the code,
I don't
but
know.
I am still proud of them. They can also get a bit buggy at times, but hopefully this won't happen again in the future. And I already got some nice ideas for the next iteration of the tool.
Wait, is there like a thing that? Okay, yeah, there is. My place. I read. No, fine then. I wouldn't even want to live in a house this big just because, you know, it's that goddamn big. Well, save that. Man, the shooting skills are pretty on point, aren't they? I suck. Oh, I don't suck at putting it away though. I just stand on paper all day. Take this box and let's throw it in the air. Oh my god, that actually sounds pretty loud. Oh, sweet. Ah, I did more things than the ghost. Ooh, more.
Hello everyone, my name is Mikael, and I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
So it's like saying, hey, we're the people who went ahead and made the game.
19th of August,
We're like people
1839.
who did stuff.
I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there'll be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Okay. I don't think I heard this guy's entire thing, so...
Hello everyone, my name is Mikael, and I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Okay, so that's just him saying, hi, my name's this. Oh.
I think we can all feel the story kick-starting as we finish the letter from Daniel. The game itself is just filled with confusion, and I think we're really doing the player a service keeping it simple in the beginning. Basically try to take your revenge on Alexander. That is the premise of the game.
Don't know why, though.
You don't really need to dive any deeper than that,
Okay.
but hoping that the player will care about the story, they have the entire game in front of them to decide if they think killing Alexander is justified or not.
Well, I don't don't even know why I'm trying to kill him, but guess I'll justify it somehow. I guess. Sounds like he's just some old dude, but if he actually wronged me, I guess it's worth it. Happy. Oh, no. What I picked up? Oh. Well, I could have been notified that that's what happened. But no. Let's go. Is there like a new path that's opened up or something? What are we following now? What the heck? Okay. Should I be following this? No, I shouldn't, because I'm stupid. Okay, let's go back. Let's save some of this oil, because apparently I have to continuously add the oil to it. And instead of it just automatically doing that, but it automatically saves for me. Oh wow, so nice. There's no other way. Like, I can't find no other way out. Not another way out. No. Never mind. I thought there's something like there, but it's not. What? Where's the deep dark, huh? Oh. I knew this was the path. Seems like it. Got my lantern every time I go through doors. But lots of information. Now who am I meeting now? Oh my god, I didn't see down there in the pillar.
Hello, my name is Mark Nikander. I'm a 3D artist and level creator at Fictional Games. I started out as a helper during Penumbra Overture, and I was finally hired as a full-time artist in the later part of Penumbra Black Plague.
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
I do not like those footsteps. Those are very eerie.
The entrance hall was first shown in our first gameplay trailer, and while the layout hasn't changed much, the details certainly have. We build our levels from sets of pieces, in this case, the custom-based set. While the carefully planned set pieces made level building very easy, the levels became very similar, and we had to make special pieces to the levels. Now, 1.5 years later, the special pieces make up about half of the pieces in the custom-based set, and we made changes to incorporate these objects into the earlier levels. An example of this can be seen if you compare the hole in the roof now with the one from the first trailer. The new roof was made in the middle of the project, when you built level 9 Back Hall. A special version was made to give the roof hole in the entrance hall more depth and detail.
Scattered throughout the game, you can see some signs written in Latin. The reason for using it is that it was considered a language of culture and science, as most scientific and philosophy authors wrote their works and treatises in it. As we are dealing with a castle dwelled by a pretty smart guy that has been around since the Renaissance period, Latin all around the place was something we should expect. Being the only guy in the team that had a direct contact with Latin, in high school to be more precise, well, it was kind of logical that any translation to be done would have my name on it. Translating stuff into Latin was kind of strange and fantastic to do. At first I had a classic Latin dictionary, so if I had to translate any modern term, I would have to track its etymology down to the Latin equivalent, or look for a synonym or similar expression that had a direct translation. Then I had the luck to come across some dictionary for modern stuff online that addressed most of this stuff for a huge lot of terms, so it couldn't have come in a better time. Some days I would have Sebastian dropping a list of 9 or so entries to be translated, and before finding this dictionary, it was quite a lot of work. On a side note, we even had a choose your Latin poll on a couple entries, just to pick the one that sounded better for everyone. Results were pretty unanimous, by the way. For some final words on this, I must confess that, while I was pretty good at this in high school, that was like 15 years ago. So right now I'm not 100% sure translations are correct at all, but I took the time to make them at least plausible. So my apologies go in advance to any Latin guru up there playing the game, as I myself get on the verge of losing my temper when I see stuff like this obviously made up.
I'm sorry if you guys don't like this, but I actually am very intrigued by what these people have to say. I did not know that it's going to be this, but at least now we have some educational stuff where we get scared the crap out of us.
If you haven't followed our development blog back when it started, you might have missed one of the biggest changes in our production pipeline. 2 years back, we started a toolset side project to ease and speed up the creation of content for the game. I'd say the level editor, which is what we, or more specifically Jens, Mark and Marcus, have used to build all the halls and corridors you are walking through right now, is the big start of the pack. Its workings in a nutshell, while all the models and assets are actually made in software like Maya or Blender, everything geometry-wise in the levels is put together in it. Then lighting and sweet details like decals and fog are added in. While this approach might sound simple, really nice stuff can come out from it, as you can see in the game.
Oh man. Okay, let's go through the laboratory then. Do you want to go here because it sounds scarier than the wine cellar? And at least in the wine cellar you can get wasted. Oh my god, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is a prime damn example of where you don't want to go. Wonder, do I still have a slight headache or is it more? Still a slight headache. I didn't see nothing. At least spider webs are... Whatever it is, I'm not going over there. Why, oh why must you make it so difficult? Block it off. I will make a fort. No, no, no. Come on, make it, 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 make it. Yes! Fence! One of those taller fences. Ha! Can't get me now. Reinforcing. No. Stay, please. No. They can't get through here tonight. I can, they can't.
Someone's coming.
God damn it, stupid fly. Beat the little truck on you.
There should be more coop rats.
Coop right.
Let me see. and 1 part Aquaforce.
Screw your damn Aquaforce. Don't want your damn Aquaforce around here. More bottles. I want to throw more bottles at them. So I'm picking up oil. Take this. Anything else I can throw down at it?
In early concepts, this was meant to be a sort of wine testing room and directly connected to the wine cellar. The reason for the whole wine testing thingy was that we planned on having more laboratories in later levels, so a lab here as well felt kind of strange. Then things changed and only one lab was left in the design, so we changed the name to laboratory instead. The whole wine testing facility that could make dangerous acid always felt kind of strange anyways.
Oh, so, see, look at that, we're learning things. Tinder. What's this? Okay. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I'm able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. I lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and safe return. Okay. Oh no, no, no. Damn it. Okay. Not gonna read? Okay, that gets me reading. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I am close. Calmine and orpiment are a given, and corporite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regina instead of aqua fortis, and hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic, and proves impractical to put any use to except a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution, and should be handled with greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe yet, but I am losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Sorry if I can't read it too well. But there's that. Mouse here. Mouse, please. You're not a chest and screw off. Found me a tinder. Okay. No, you're not one either. Stay out of my face. Okay, let's hear this guy.
In early concepts, this was meant to be a sort of wine testing room. In early concepts, this was meant to be a sort of wine testing room and directly connected to the wine cellar. The reason for the whole wine testing thingy was that we planned on having more laboratories in later levels, so a lab here as well felt kind of strange. Then things changed and only one lab was left in the design, so we changed the name to laboratory instead. The whole wine testing facility that could make dangerous acid always felt kind of strange anyways.
And will be difficult to salvage. Oh, you done? I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Okay. Boom. Fuck you, Belks. Box though. Ah. I like throwing things. I'm very much safe. I'm gonna try. Oh, did I use this one? I am sorry if I did.
The particle editor is also a fine part of the tool bundle, and it is what we use to create particle effects for maps and events. We use particles to do nice effects like the flames in torches and the smoke that comes out from them. All we have to do is add one or more particle emitters, set up some parameters like starting position and speed, and all sorts of fadings in size, color or speed. It's funny how you can simulate all kinds of effects with such simple elements. I very much recommend you to try it yourself.
So is there something I'm supposed to be doing? I'm extremely confused.
Getting closer, somehow.
Is there like... Ooh, what's this? Tinder? Okay, I'm clicking that again. Hot. Is he going ground? No, I said he can go through too. Box. Let's go. I'm gonna take you all the way upstairs. Wanna fight? I got a fucking box. Suck it. Didn't work. Probably need that acidic chemical. I can't get through here, so that means they can't get through here. I can get through here, that means they can get through here. But I can't. So I have successfully blocked this off. That is awesome. If this somehow ends up saving my life, I'm going to be so overjoyed. I'm pretty sure none of them are small enough to just walk under here, because you can't. Pretty sure the monster's bigger than me too. I've seen the monster, but never actually played the game, so let's get into this. So I guess that's all that's here. Kind of depressing. Guess we can play it till at least 1 hour. We'll stop at an hour. I actually stop a little bit after an hour, but still, I'm not trying to say the exact hour. I'm feeling something more, so. Okay, so you can't go down there because you don't got the keys, so let's check out this hallway. And we'll go up there and go to the other door that we saw. Chest, yes. I think I still, do I have to do it like this? Oh my god, I do. That's fucking stupid. Don't! What, did I have to use it down there? Fuck it, I'm going this way. I don't give a shit no more. Come on. Big door, let's go out it. Can I at least straighten this damn picture? Straighten this picture, it's annoying. You're gonna let me leave, or you're gonna let me straighten up the picture. Oh, that's right, I can't. I just click it once and it holds it. Screw you. Tender, goddamn armless bastard. Okay. I guess we're gonna go to the top, because I'm not going back over the damn chemistry ever. Fight about it, I'll fight you. Don't worry. Look, I got stamina. archives. If we can go in it, it probably should be here. Oh, I was looking at this hole in the mic. It's actually the screw hole. I thought it was another hole where, I don't know, talking to myself. There's like 3 little, there's like 7 holes right there. I'm talking to, what's this bigger hole right next to him? Okay, let's go. Grab onto the wood and climb, you armless, darnless person. Oh, sweet. Let's hope there wasn't anything in there. Or there.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Yeah, this is Daniel. We'll say, is this Daniel's stuff that he's writing? And I looked up top, it's Daniel's diary. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Let's get in there. Ooh, introductions? Okay, never mind.
To finish this little overview of our tools, I must mention the material editor, available both standalone and built into the other editors. The program itself is very simple to use. You have some material types defined by the engine, and you can throw in textures to be used for diffuse, normal maps, height maps, as well as some variables to control specific parameters for a material type. When I was writing it, I could just stare while the preview model rotated around itself and the parallax mapping effect was on when testing, just for fun. Another piece of the toolset is the model editor, used to create the entities you are interacting with while playing. Basically, we take a model and set up some parameters like physical bodies, joints, and user-defined variables. We can also attach sub-entities to them, like lights, particle systems. When an entity is finally set up, it is ready to be placed in a level using the level editor. Examples of entities here are doors, lamps, most furniture, critters.
Break that.
This level was changed a lot, and I think it's one of the most tweaked levels that we got. Not only was it part of the big archives level that we had to split up, but it was also hard to get it engaging enough. The problem here is that we don't have any sort of fun mechanic that we rely on to make the game engaging. Instead, we rely on story, atmosphere, and environments. This is true for many other levels and the game as a whole, but these were kind of the one of the larger levels that we made, and also one that didn't have much puzzles and such.
Tremble as I write.
So when testing it, we quickly get bored with it, and we wanted to add more spooky events to spice it up. But then later on, testing proved that these events weren't that necessary, and we also felt that they were a bit lame and not fitting, so we decided to remove them.
Made our way
then
underground.
the back part of the level, we wanted to make it a more linear experience, with the current player getting trapped in all, forcing the player to solve the destroy wall and find secret door puzzles. Previously, testers often missed that they can solve these
I'm just skipping
problems.
stuff now.
The level is now very different from the early designs.
Oh my. That scared the living crap out of me. I almost choked on my own spit. Holy. Oh my. Fuck. Fuck you. I ain't playing none of you games. Okay, I don't give a shit, but how's my head is pounding and hands are shaking. Okay, that's not good. How do I relieve the no? How the hell do I relieve what you call it? Sanity. If I get my sanity back. I don't know if I should be using all these too, so you know, YOLO. Who the hell has two fireplaces in the same damn room? I was gonna play that. You dirty, dirty little face. Oh, gonna break the windows. Oh man, I missed. Alright, no, I just can't break windows. Okay then. I can't use those. Oh, this one is a shortcut. Hello. You're useless. You know that? I don't know what that sound is. Who knows? Ooh. Hello? Tender? You renty?
When I started writing, I had only outlined the framework for the story and the first few levels in the game design document, so I ended up finalizing a lot of material for the first levels, and then when those were done, we planned out the last 2/3 or so. This had a funny effect since I had to not only cater to the story, but to stay true to the stuff I had written for the first levels. Usually you can go back and forth while writing and change things, but if you have already recorded voices, you really shouldn't because of the costs. So the first text really shaped the rest of the material in an interesting way, and made them matter in a way I hadn't thought about. I really like how this thickens the story elements, as I am able to jump back into the material and keep using and reinforcing certain concepts. Agrippa is of course the most extreme effect of this method, which grew from a small reference to becoming one of the most important characters in the game.
You can pause if you want to read it. I'm sorry about the one thing before, but really don't feel like reading this much. Holy crap. Most of it's being read to you anyways, so. Oh, yeah, get past it. Really? I'm locked in here with legitimately no other thing but my lantern. I think I'm running oil soon. How do I just run back out to the wall? I guess so. Oh, good dirt. I'm just gonna go do this real quick. Here we go. We got better, except right here. Sure know how to use up all my fingers. Okay then, yeah, just brain fucking why don't you?
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Oh, sorry. Wanna know what, you guys? Pretty sure you guys can tell me
It was
what I'm
waiting.
gonna do. Gonna leave it here. Cliffhanger, bros. Okay, well, sorry to leave you guys here. I might need to take out this trash that I got right here. So, I know I'm not talking about Colin, so, for anyone who knows who that is, ha ha ha. Pretty sure no one person's probably dying at this moment. But yeah. See you guys in the next episode. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right now. See ya guys later.